हेलो दिलेश भाई, कैसे हो? हेलो भाई से, कैसे हो? सब कैसे हो बताओ। क्या हुआ? तुम 50-50 जीत गए। तुम्हें राइडन का वेपन मिल गया, राइडन भी मिल गया। आई थिंक राइडन तुम्हारे पास तो ऑलरेडी था। देखो या तो तुम्हें
You know where we haven't been in the longest time? Welkin restaurant! Paimon suddenly has a
64 पीटी पे। अच्छा, देखा मेरा मेरा गेस। मैं कितना खतरनाक गेस करता हूँ। मतलब बहुत खुश हो ना अभी ऐसे? अभी बहुत खुश है। खून पसीना बहाकर 160 प्रीमोस कलेक्ट कर करके सिंगल सिंगल पुल करके 64 पीटी बनाए। हाँ हाँ, होता है, मैं समझ सकता हूँ। तुम क्यों रो रहे हो दिलेश भाई? लैपटॉप खराब हो गया आज। रिपेयर पे भेजा कि नहीं? रिपेयर पे भेज दो ना। मैं तो कहता हूँ नया लैपटॉप खरीद लो। हाँ, नया खरीदना। हाँ, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, नया खरीदो यार। और कितने दिन तक वो एक ही लैपटॉप पोटैटो को चलाओगे? अगर वो मिला होता तो पता नहीं क्या करते। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जेंशिन वालों को गाली देते, उसके बाद गेम को अनइंस्टॉल मार देते। उससे ज़्यादा क्या करते बताओ ज़रा मुझे। उससे ज़्यादा तुम कुछ कर सकते हो क्या? पोटैटो लैपटॉप था, पोटैटो। मेरे से भी गंदा। नहीं, अच्छा लैपटॉप था यार।
We finally made it to Caravan Reebok. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
अबे दौड़ क्यों रहा है बे? क्या चोरी वगैरह किया है कुछ?
Oh, Aether went that way. Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
अबे उसने कुछ चोरी किया होगा। मैं कह रहा हूँ उसने कुछ ना कुछ चोरी किया इसलिए भाग रहा है ऐसे। एंड हाँ, लाइक नहीं किया है तो लाइक कर दो यार जल्दी से।
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Let's go.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place!
बे इतना लैग क्यों मार रहा है करते
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist.
साइनो कुछ ज़्यादा ही
Standard practice for the mantra, as well you know.
हमने लिटरली
Seemed
आर्कॉन
to
से
me
फाइट
more
कर
like
लिया
your own personal touch.
ये कहाँ से आ गया
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
But doesn't mean I am going to stand.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's...
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Do I
मेरा
make
चैट नहीं
myself
देख
clear?
पाया क्योंकि वो मेरा चैट
All right, we got it, Candace.
सेकंड अकाउंट कुछ 4 स्टार भी
That's what I like to
साइन
hear.
से अच्छी
So,
साइनो को इतना
which of
बुली
you
क्यों
will
कर रहे हो
begin?
यार? अर्पण भाई 50-50 हार
I
गया
was
राइट
supposed
एंड
to be a
पे C1
mediator,
दिया
but I might have gotten a little too
मजाक
involved
नहीं कर
just
रहा हूँ
now.
दिया का
Anyway,
डिजाइन
one of
वगैरह
those
मुझे
two should
बहुत
probably
अच्छा
start
लगता
talking.
है
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
नाइडा कंफर्म हो गया वेपन बैनर पे भी 35 पुल हो गया
I have
अच्छी
nothing
बात
to
है
hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself.
वैसे तुमने गेम
Well,
खेलना
all
छोड़ दिया था
Hatham
ना
wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts.
राइट एंड कौन
It's
था
not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission.
आई थिंक C0
Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General
ओके मैं तुम्हें एक चीज़ बताऊँ नेक्स्ट
I
टाइम
had the
अगर मैं ऐसे चैट
responsibility and
वगैरह
authority
मैं अगर
to
नहीं
request an
पढ़ूंगा ना
audit.
तो उस टाइम पे ना
However,
कोई भी एक वॉइस
to my
वाला जो
surprise,
कमांड है
the
ना
person
मतलब जो भी
responsible
साउंड
for the
कमांड है जो
erroneous
कुछ
data
वो डाल
was
देना
none other than
ताकि
Grand
मुझे
Sage
थोड़ा सा
Azar
वो
himself.
नोटिफिकेशन
I
मिल
tried to
जाएगा
investigate the
पता नहीं
issue
इसका
myself
क्या
before
लोचा है
submitting a formal
वो चैट
audit
कभी
request,
कभी दिखाता नहीं है
but I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
so you have been decided to exile yourself
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
अभी तो कोई कैरेक्टर ऐसा नहीं आ रहा है जिस पे पुल करना है मैं 4.4 के लिए मैं बोला ना
Plus,
पुल
now that he's
सेव
no
कर रहा
longer the General
हूँ मैं
Mahamatra,
इसके लिए
he somehow
क्लाउड
feels a
रिटर्न
lot
और
less
नाहिदा दोनों
scary.
के लिए जाने वाला हूँ It's still too early to touch him completely.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I
सब
overheard a
तो
conversation
बोल रहा है
between
कि
Alhaitham
क्लाउड
and a
रिटर्नर
sage.
अच्छा है
The sages
see कि
asked
आने
you
के
to
बाद कैसा
investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me,
हेलो डेविल कैसे हो
once you've
अनदर अकाउंट
completed this
नहीं
assignment,
मेरा ही अकाउंट है
I can give you a glimpse of
क्लाउड
divine
रिटर्नर प्लान
knowledge.
अटैक वाले कैरेक्टर
The
के
most
लिए अच्छा
enticing
है
offer.
बाकी का पता नहीं वो तो मुझे भी
Unfortunately, those
पता है
academics don't know me at all.
शाव के लिए कैसे होगा
Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end,
Base?
I
क्या
realized my
base?
wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating
I
with the
don't
sages.
understand क्या बोल रहे
Had
हो
I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
मुझे क्या मेरे पे तो शाव ही नहीं है पता नहीं वो बोल रहा है कि प्लान्स कैरेक्टर अपने लिटरली शाव के लिए कोई बफ करेगा या फिर क्या करेगा कुछ घंटे मैंने वो लिंक वगैरह देखा नहीं है
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile
Cloud Retina
target
is
while
the best.
investigating the Divine
अच्छा
Knowledge Capsule.
किस तरह
Criminals do love to talk about
लेट्स सी कि कैसा
coincidences.
होता है
Even
अगर
though I ran into
शाव
the
के लिए अगर
Traveler by
अच्छा रहा ना
chance,
तो
I
हो
had no
सकता है कि मैं
intention
शाव
of
को फिर से
providing
यूज
assistance
करूं
to the academia.
सीजर तुम
Also,
गटर में
you
जाओ
should remember,
गटर में डूब के
you
मरो
were the
सीजर
ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after
now
I
that you
left that
mentioned
tavern.
things
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth
मैं तो
anything
बोल
to
रहा
you.
हूँ तुम बस गटर में
I
जाओ.
took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly
बोर नहीं
studied.
हुआ मैं. बस मैं यूज नहीं
After
करता.
all,
शाओ मेरा फेवरेट कैरेक्टर है.
Curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that
बट मैं
curiosity
शाओ
can
को यूज
also
नहीं किया
lead you
करता
to
कि पता
danger
है.
and
इस
suspicion.
स्पाइरल में. क्योंकि
Answer me
उसके साथ
this.
मुझे थोड़ा सा एनर्जी
Did
का
the
इशू
sages
होता
share
है.
any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
एस्टारेल में राइडेन आ रही है 2.1.
Although you haven't
एस्टारेल तो मैंने
completely
परसों
proven your
डिलीट कर दिया.
innocence,
स्ट्रीम कर रहा था.
I won't
स्ट्रीम के
regard
एंड
you
पे
as
मैंने
an
डिलीट कर
enemy
दिया.
for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings.
एक्चुअली शाओ को कुछ ज्यादा ही हाई पीरियड
And
से
now
गया
you,
था.
Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is
गवर्नमेंट
friends
के
with the
ऑर्डर
traveler
है
and
राइडेन
is
फुल
currently
करने को
recovering
जो
from her
भी
illness at home.
गाचा गेम्स खेलता है.
I
अच्छा
had nothing going on,
मोदी
so I
फुल करेगा
decided
क्या
to return to
लाइव?
our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here.
एक बात बताओ, अगर ओहू
But
को
then I saw
गेम ही
these
अगर नहीं
two
है तो
random
फुल
guys
कैसे
in the
करना
middle of
है?
a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back,
Because
dear.
that 70%
That's more
Creative.
like it. I missed you all
वो
so
मैटर
much.
करता है.
Candace.
1% क्रेडिट भी मैटर करता है शाओ के लिए. अरे करो डाउनलोड. नहीं कर सकता मैं.
Whoa! What was that sound?
मेरा फोन का मेमोरी फुल हो गया.
No need to worry. Now that you're no
तुम्हारा लग
longer at
बहुत
each
अच्छा है
other's
उसमें.
throats,
नहीं.
please make yourselves at
मैंने
home.
ओपन वन
I'll
मैंने
take a quick
काफ्का
trip
के लिए
outside
काफ्का
to
को
clear out some
ओपन
of those
बनर पे
creatures in
मैंने
the
आई थिंक मैंने
sandstorm.
30 पुल मैंने किया था. मुझे कुछ नहीं मिला.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a
काफ्का आ
sandstorm is
चुका
not
है
for
क्या?
the
काफ्का आने
faint-hearted.
वाली है. ऐसे क्या तुम
Anyone
सो
without
रहे
a
हो
sense
क्या?
of training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
मुझे लगा कि मुझे उसका लाइट फोन मिलेगा बट नहीं मिला
The
तो मुझे
wind's
बुरा
died
लगा.
down.
तुम्हें
That means
50
the
पुल में
sandstorm's over, right?
E0
still
S1
isn't
काफ्का
back yet,
मिली
though.
है.
Is she alright? Maybe we
So?
should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way,
905
even I'm
में
starting to
मैं
feel a
कहा
little
ऐसे
worried.
डाउन.
All right, let's go.
अनइंस्टॉल
We've
कर
been
दो,
here
एक्स्ट्रा
long
डाटा
enough.
मिल जाएगा.
The boys are as chatty as the floor.
जैसे मैंने इंस्टॉल किया, मैंने डिलीट भी कर दिया. बाहर में जाए गेम. अगर फेमस मुझसे मेरे अकाउंट मांग रहा था, उसके बाद उसने मेरा अकाउंट लिया भी नहीं. मुझे लगा मेरा अकाउंट लेगा वो. हुआ तो मैं स्टोरी के लिए जा सकता हूँ कभी, पता नहीं. एंड अगर गया भी होगा, आई डोंट थिंक कि ये स्टोरी करने के बाद मैं फिर से डिलीट मार दूंगा. सुनो 7 फरवरी को डाउनलोड मेरे अकाउंट में पुल करना प्लस. नो नो थैंक्स. मैं खुद सोच रहा हूँ मेरे फोन में गेम
You
कैसे
guys
चलता
dealing with these
है.
creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
अबे मुझे क्यों बुला रहा है यार? तो फिर दिया कहाँ पे है मेरे पार्टी में? मेरे साथ गलत हो गया इधर पे गाइस.
Think you can bully me?
मेरे साथ चीटिंग हुआ है.
Look at you, Blue Down.
Verdict is... Settle down.
पार्टिकल. कहाँ से बैटमैन टेस्टिंग?
Here comes another wave. When are they ever gonna let up?
क्या सोते सोते सपने देख रहे हो यार? मैं ब्लाइंड. तुम तो जन्म से हो. इतने दिनों तक गटर में रहोगे तो ब्लाइंड मतलब और भी बहुत कुछ हो जाओगे.
Was that the last of them?
What we fought just
अच्छा.
now was probably the
मैंने तो सब
aftermath
कुछ
of
और
the
फुल कर
sandstorm.
दिया.
So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
साइनो तो कहाँ का
May
नहीं
I ask
है.
if such sandstorms are common?
लिटरली मुझे उस टाइम पे साइनो का वो
can't say
डायलॉग
they've
सुन के ना
always
बातें
been
सुन के ना
common,
हंसी आ रहा था.
but
बोल रहा था कि
recently
मैं
the
अगर अपना
storms
फुल
have
पावर यूज
become
करता तो लिटरली
increasingly
ट्रैवलर भी
severe and
हैंडल नहीं कर
frequent.
सकता था. इसलिए
Besides
ट्रैवलर ने
we
आर्कॉन
also
से फाइट किया,
occasionally
उसे
get
डिफीट भी किया
earthquakes.
है. और एक
According
तुच्छ
to an
मुच्छ जोक
investigator
मारने वाला
who
बोल
stayed
रहा है
in the
कि
village a while
उसे हैंडल नहीं कर
ago,
सकता.
these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the
Average
natural world is
NPC gameplay.
inextricably connected to Irminsul.
अच्छा.
These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves.
लिटरली साइनो को पता है. साइनो को अगर ट्रैवलर का बैक
Speaking
स्टोरी
of
अगर
which,
पता रहता
why
ना
haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
तो वो डायलॉग आई
Village
डोंट थिंक
keeper?
कि कभी
Who are
बोलता हो.
they?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
500
I've had
plus होगा.
encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
उससे भी ज्यादा
The
होगा.
Matra are the ones responsible for their exile.
क्योंकि
Now
जब
that you're no
कांड्रिया
longer with
डिस्ट्रॉय हो
them,
रहा था उस
are
टाइम
you
पे
trying to
ट्रैवलर भी था ना.
alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
सो
I'm
गेस करो कि
fascinated by how
ट्रैवलर का
you
एज
think.
कितना होगा.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty,
26
I will
के
eliminate
कुछ
you.
सुना.
regardless of
1
my
million,
position
yeah.
or identity.
जितने दिनों से
you're
गटर
the
है
former General
उतना होगा.
Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
MB, it was 69. अच्छा अरे स्किप करो स्टोरी नहीं स्किप करने वाला हाँ कहाँ जाना है इस तरह क्यों स्किप करो स्टोरी करने आया हूँ आर्कन कोस्ट है और ऊपर से
Although I've sent myself into exile,
Tell
I'm
me
still doing
कि
essentially
मुझे
the same
बस
things as
3 लाइक
before.
क्यों दिख रहा है उसमें से
Do you
एक
still
मेरा
have any
है
questions for me before we start
और
our
लाइक
investigation?
किधर है
One of my former subordinates
Genshin
told me
का
that this title
first
has its
star,
origins in a
1 star
strange
rating हो
incident.
A+2 अच्छी बात है
The academia has long exiled mad
कंटेंट की कोई
scholars to
बहुत
Aru
लंबी थी
village.
दिमाग खराब हो गया
A mysterious
कंटेंट
phenomenon
का वो
exists here.
सेकंड स्टोरी
When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after
किसने
spending
like
some
नहीं किया
time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
हाँ सब लोग अनफॉलो कर रहे हैं होयो को
The people of Aru
अरे
village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars.
लेट मी
But a strange incident one night changed that.
एक्चुअल में 1 मिलियन -1 मिलियन फ्लावर हुआ है
Aru
हाँ मैंने
village
भी वो
was
सुना
struck
है
by the strongest earthquake in living memory.
वो इसका वो
Seeing buildings on the verge of
न्यूयॉर्क
collapse
का
all
वो आई
around
थिंक
him.
उससे कुछ रिलेटेड हुआ
The
है
then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety.
आई थिंक मैंने
Suddenly,
2 दिन पहले
He
एक 2 दिन
noticed a
पहले
mad
मैंने
scholar crouching in a corner,
शॉर्ट वीडियो डाला था
caressing the ground with
30
his
सेकंड का
hands.
तुम्हें वो
A
गेमिंग याद है ना
soft green light radiated from
लिटरली
him, like
उसके
a
जैसा ही
divine glow against the
रुको एक
backdrop
सेकंड
of
मैं
night.
अपने चैनल पे जाता हूँ
Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained
Videos.
upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt.
ये वाला वीडियो मैंने अपलोड
After
किया था
that, the
वो
people
सब
of Aru
स्क्रीन
village
है
treated the
गेम
mad
में वो
scholars with
फ्री
greater
मिल रहा है
kindness
PS5
and
के
began
साथ
to refer to them
अच्छा
as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you... Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear
PS5
their
से
Akasha
सस्ते में
terminals at
सब
Aru village?
वो
In
1
theory,
स्क्रीन दे रहा है
They would
PS5
continue
के
wearing
साथ।
them so the
हाँ।
academia could still monitor their activities.
So
That
literally
said,
उसके
The
कमेंट
main
सेक्शन
Akasha
में बवाल
system would
मच
no longer have
जितने भी
any
कमेंट आया था
interaction
ना
with them.
लिटरली बवाल मच गया
Oh, no
था
wonder!
डमनेस लेवल
Everything
6
makes
में
sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
The mad scholars power likely came from Wrestle Lord Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
एक 4 स्टार की स्किन के साथ PS5 नाइस ऑफर
You don't believe us?
वो
Lesser
लिमिटेड
Lord
5 स्टार
Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to
अच्छा।
give her power to the mad scholars.
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
देगा डोंट वरी
They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali,
अरे
and
ऊपर
I've
से
never
पता
had any
ऊपर
reason
से
to doubt their views.
जेंशिन वालों के साथ वो
addition,
थोड़ा सा गलत भी हो गया है
I've never heard any
Wuthering
stories
Waves भी आ
about
रहा
Lesser
है
Lord Kusanali and her deeds.
उसका Wuthering Waves का
To me,
सेकंड क्लोज बटर
She
टेस्ट
might
चल
as
रहा
well
है
have been a god that
and
never
वो भी आ रहा
existed.
है तो
No
वो भी
way!
एक बहुत बड़ा
Nahida
रीजन है
definitely exists. She's a... How should Paimon put it? she's a good Archon who's kind and wise.
और
Even if she says
3
weird
फूल
stuff
दे रहा है
sometimes.
वो कुछ apologize करने के लिए। अच्छा
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
3 फूलों भी 300
Good!
देना
Then you
चाहिए।
should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in
अच्छा
their eyes.
300 नहीं और भी देगा तुम्हें C6 कैरेक्टर
I've
देगा।
never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
All right. Now
कब
it's
रिलीज
our
हो रहा है
turn
तो
to put
पता
our
नहीं,
skills to good
but
use for this investigation.
उसका सेकंड क्लोज बीटा टेस्ट चल रहा है ना, तो मैंने उसके रिलेटेड उस पे ना एंड गेमिंग आ रहा था। गेमिंग का जो कैरेक्टर डिजाइन है एंड वेदरिंग में भी एक कैरेक्टर है, लिटरली दोनों ना एक सेम टाइप का ही बॉडी यूज करता है। वो बस हर साल C6 कुछ और कैरेक्टर देना चाहिए, याद देगा। गेमिंग और गामिंग बट गेमिंग ही मैं बोलूँगा, गामिंग जो छोड़ो, ठीक है। तो दोनों सेम टाइप का ही मतलब बॉडी यूज़ करता है। तो मैंने 30 सेकंड का डाला था, लिटरली उसके कमेंट पे लिटरली ये बोल रहा है कि भाई जेनशिन नहीं गेनशिट है, वो लिटरली जेनशिन को इतना गाली पड़ रहा है ना उधर पे। गेमिंग
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Yep.
Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
उसका कमेंट सेक्शन जरा पढ़ो सीजर।
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isaac. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
बाइजू
Is your grandpa...
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
क्या?
I heard everything you said to
44
the
comments
village
से
chief.
इतना कब पढ़ूं?
Please, you gotta take me with
पढ़ूं,
you.
पढ़ूं क्या,
I
क्या?
wanna find my grandpa. I swear I'll help.
बस
I
जितना
won't
पढ़
be a
सकते हो उतना पढ़ो।
nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on
ऐसा
us
ही
around the
कुछ,
village chief's house.
कुछ ना कुछ 30-40
I
सेकंड
was
का
planning to go out and take
बस-
care of whoever it was.
अरे वो बस
But I
जस्ट
had a
मैंने ना
vague
पता है
feeling that they didn't
मैं
harbor
2
any
दिन
ill
पहले
intent.
वदरिंग वेब पे मैं
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra
नहीं
having
उससे
sharp
मुझे एक भी
senses.
सब नहीं मिला,
I know.
ठीक है।
He's just a
बट
kid.
मैंने उसके
All he
कमेंट
wants is to
सेक्शन जब
find
मैं
his
पढ़ रहा था
grandpa.
मुझे बहुत
Let's
मजा आ
find a way
रहा
to
था।
help him.
लिटरली जेनशिन को जो
Sorry.
गाली पड़ रहा था ना,
I was only
But हाँ,
listening
कुछ
in 'cause I
comment था जो
wanted
कि
to know
अच्छा
where
था।
Grandpa went.
कुछ बोल रहे थे। देखो
Honest. If you don't believe me, you can
एक
ask Miss
बंदा था आई
Candace.
थिंक बोल रहा है कि मुझे दोनों गेम पसंद है, सो चाहे कोई भी गेम कैसा भी इस पे आए।
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
बट तुम जो बोल रहे हो ना उसके रिलेटेड ना मैं ऐसे ही कुछ डाल नहीं सकता, ठीक है। मुझे कुछ ना कुछ तो चाहिए इंटरेस्टिंग। तो मुझे वो चीज़ मुझे इंटरेस्टिंग, जब मैं ट्रेलर देख रहा था तो मुझे वो चीज़ मुझे इंटरेस्टिंग दिखा कि दोनों का डिज़ाइन सेम है, तो उसके लिए मैंने डाला था। तो मुझे अगर कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं मिलता है तो फिर डालने से कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है। सीजर मजाक नहीं कर रहे हो, पता है मैंने 2 दिन पहले वो अपलोड किया ना, यूट्यूब वाले भी पता है कितना हरामी है। उन्होंने लिटरली इम्प्रेशन जो रहता है ना जो वो भी भेजना बंद कर दिया यूट्यूब वालों ने।
All the Matra are like?
उसका क्लिक थ्रू रेट भी
you're back
बहुत
already.
बहुत अच्छा खासा है।
We just wanted to confirm something.
बट
with you.
यार यूट्यूब वालों ने वो
Do you know a boy by the
इम्प्रेशन
name of
भेजना बंद कर
Isaac?
दिया अभी। लिटरली एटलीस्ट मतलब
I
2
had
दिन
a
में ही।
feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back.
दूसरी गेम कौन सी है? वेदरिंग वेव्स.
Who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city.
मैं हाँ सीधा मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ. तुम गेस करो कि मेरे चैनल से कितने सारे सब्सक्राइबर YouTube वालों ने डिक्रीज किया होगा.
Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech.
लगता है जेंशिन जैसे स्टार को भी
the man as his grandpa,
बंद करना
he
पड़े.
was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak
बहुत
in
सारा.
the distance.
देखो अगर मैं अपना
So
हिसाब से मैं
Grandpa
अगर
walked up
काउंट
to
करूँ
Isak and
तो
patted him on the
YouTube
head.
वालों ने मेरा
He even
सब्सक्राइबर
took Isak to the
ऑलमोस्ट
entrance of the
1.5 के प्लस
where he patiently taught the boy the
या
names
फिर
of the
एटलीस्ट समझ लो
stars.
1 के प्लस
and
YouTube ने
accompanied
मेरा
Isak until he
सब्सक्राइबर
fell
मेरा
asleep.
रिमूव कर दिया है. मतलब डिक्रीज
The next
डिक्रीज किया
morning,
जाता है.
Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed
मैंने
he no
बहुत
longer
टाइम
appeared
पहले
to be crazy.
बहुत टाइम पहले मैंने एक वीडियो डाला था उस
Almost
पे भी
as if he were sleepwalking.
क्या बताऊँ.
Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time,
अरे,
asking him
literally,
things like,
समझ लो आज अगर 2
want me
सब्सक्राइबर
to
अगर
take
मेरा
you
इंक्रीज
somewhere
होता है ना
fun? Or,
मैं कल सुबह देखूंगा
Grandpa,
एक
could you
उधर
tell
से
me
कम हो
stories
जाएगा.
about the stars again?
लिटरली रियल बंदा सब्सक्राइब
All
करके
this
स्ट्रीम भी
somehow just
देखेगा.
makes Paimon feel
सुबह
really
देखूंगा
sad.
एक कम हो जाएगा.
Seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some
So-
form of hardship or regret.
कभी कभी ना बहुत
But even so,
बुरा लगता है.
We must still continue on with our lives.
लिटरली
It's also
2
my reason
इंक्रीज
for
अगर होता है
fighting.
तो उसमें से अगर एक डिक्रीज
I
कर
must
देता है तो उस
continue
टाइम
to
पे तुम्हें
protect
कैसा
this
फील
land.
होता है.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
नहीं तो अब तक आई थिंक कि मेरा चैनल मोनेटाइज हो जाता ऑलमोस्ट. सिर्फ सब्सक्राइब नहीं वॉच टाइम भी वो डिक्रीज कर देता है.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
YouTube के पास पैसा नहीं है शायद. अच्छा लिटरली सबका चैनल मोनेटाइज हो रहा है, सब कुछ हो रहा है, सबका सब्सक्राइबर भी इंक्रीज हो रहा है. मोनेटाइज होने के लिए क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है? देखो आई थिंक कि पहले ये था कि 1K सब्सक्राइबर एंड 4000 आवर्स का वॉच टाइम, वो भी तुम्हें 1 ईयर का टाइम मिलता है. ओके अभी उन्होंने 2 फेज पे कर दिया है मोनेटाइजेशन. एक मोनेटाइजेशन पे तुम्हें मेंबरशिप, सुपर चैट एंड जो शॉपिंग का जो एक चीज़ रहता है ना, वो तुम्हें मर्चेंडाइज वो मिलता है. उसके लिए तुम्हें 3000 आवर्स का वॉच टाइम एंड 500 सब्सक्राइबर. एंड एक उसके बाद एक रहता है जो वॉच जिस पे तुम्हारा ऐड आता है ना वीडियो प्ले करते वक्त, वो अनलॉक वो उसको मोनेटाइज करने के लिए तुम्हें चाहिएगा 1K सब एंड 4000 आवर्स का वॉच टाइम. इसीलिए छोटे चैनल को मोनेटाइज नहीं
Let's
होने
ask the
देते.
local residents some questions first.
मैंने बोला ना मेरा वॉच टाइम भी यूट्यूब वालों ने डिक्रीज कर दिया है, सब्सक्राइब पे डिक्रीज कर दिया, नहीं तो अब तक मेरा चैनल 1K प्लस हो जाता एंड वो वाला भी पूरा मोनेटाइज हो जाता। एंड मेरा वॉच टाइम अभी भी 3K भी नहीं हुआ। सोच रहे हो? तुम्हें देखना है, देखो मैं दिखा सकता हूँ, मुझे उससे कुछ घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि मेरा कितना हुआ है क्या हुआ है। देखना है तो बताओ, मैं अपना स्टूडियो ओपन करके अभी दिखा देता हूँ।
Excuse me.
You mean the village keepers?
मैं पहले भी बोल चुका हूँ, मैं उसमें कोई कुछ मुझे
I was eating dinner the other day. I
घंटा
saw
फर्क
one of
नहीं
them by
पड़ता।
the side of the road, muttering away
कौन क्या
and
सोचता है
eating
क्या?
mushrooms and tree roots.
Okay. Did you
गेस
notice
करो
anything
सीजन
else?
कितना हुआ? मेरा अभी भी 3K मेरा वॉच टाइम
Anything
कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ। गेस करो कि कितना वॉच
No,
टाइम।
I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you
तुम्हें
seen
देखना है
them?
क्या? देखना है तो बताओ। देखो मैं सबको दिखा देता हूँ कि कितना हुआ है। हो सकता है कि वो देखने के बाद तुम लोग थोड़ा सा मुझे हेल्प कर दो और ज्यादा।
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
सीजर हो या फिर चले गए, या फिर मेरा ये चैट फिर से अटक गया है। 1.9 के गेस करते रहो। देखो देखना है तो बता दो, मैं दिखा दूंगा सब कुछ। मेरा पूरा एनालिटिक में पूरा दिखा दूंगा, मुझे उससे घंटा पड़े। ओके, कहाँ पे जाना है? नीचे जाना है। क्या लगता है इस मंथ 690? क्या 690? क्या हो रहा है? यही बातचीत चल रहा है। हिरोची भाई कैसे हो?
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
हेलो पुत्रा, वेलकम टू
well,
स्ट्रीम
if
ब्रो,
it
कैसे हो?
isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't
बस
make enough
पिंग चिलिंग
more.
चालू है।
Might explain why she's always mad at me.
अरे हाँ
thank
सीजर,
you.
मैंने
Thank you
एक
for taking care of
पोस्ट
him.
पोल डाला था, देखा तुमने?
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
एक सेकेंड।
Yeah.
अगर किसी ने लाइक नहीं किया तो लाइक कर
That's
दो।
no good.
मैं तो मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं
Well,
घर पे आके
once you
तुम लोगों
found
को कटर में
him, come by
डालूंगा।
my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice...
Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, let's head over there. Stay quiet.
हाँ देखा मैंने पोल, अच्छी बात है। बस मैंने फन के लिए मैंने वो पोल डाला है। डेडली कमेंट कर रहा है कि भाई नया पीसी ले लिया क्या, ये जो गेम तुम पोल पे डाल रहे हो। मैं बोला नहीं यार, बस फन के लिए मैंने वो पोल डाला।
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the
मैंने
sovereign of our
उसमें से
faith,
Horizon
will
Zero
soon return to
Dawn
this world.
खेला है और
Yes,
स्पाइडरमैन
of course
1
I
खेला
have.
है PS4
King
पे।
Deshret is the
तुम्हारे
one
पास
and only
PS4
true
है क्या?
ruler of this land.
सीजन?
I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back.
और
but
टॉम राइडर शायद
it sure
खेला
doesn't
है
feel
मैंने
like
PC।
life's about to change around here
अच्छा?
anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged
था का
scholars than
मतलब क्या
ever.
है?
Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times.
सेल कर दिया,
We
बहुत
don't quite know why,
एक्सपेंसिव है उसका
but it seems like there's some sort of
games।
connection between insanity
अच्छा।
and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King
कौन
Deshret's
सा था
power
फिर?
that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask
Hello,
me,
Days,
they must have
not
been
long
chosen
time
as the
no
final
see.
sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Now
यार
that you
ऐसे क्यों
say
नाम
it,
रखते हो?
That does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly.
stream pro कैसे
Those
हो?
city
Not
folks will get
nuts।
what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you?
मैंने
Where did you
God of
come
War
from?
2018 and Tomb
My
Raider
patience is running thin.
integrated
You
graphics
heard what I
खेला है।
asked.
अच्छा लॉन्ग टाइम और भी कुछ बोलो।
This guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh,
अरे उस
okay,
पे
good
मुझे
sir.
GTA 5
What
ऑनलाइन
is it you would
खेलने
like
के
to know?
लिए मंथली सब्सक्रिप्शन
Tell
लेना
me
पड़ता था।
about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from
PC पे मेरे
hearsay.
पास
I went for a drink the other
free
day
है GTA
and heard
online।
others talking about a
हाँ।
rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this
Long time।
land. I'm not making this up.
वही तो
I
मैं भी बोल रहा
swear.
हूँ। This scenery looks awesome as Raiden looking at।
Hey,
ओके अब उधर से कूद जाओ, ठीक है?
it's true.
राइडन का
It's all
नाम
true,
लो और
sir.
कूद जाओ उधर
We
से
desert
सीधा।
folk have had more than enough of those people
तुम
at the
सीधा
academia.
राइडन के पास पहुंच
They
जाओगे।
keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar
Okay,
also
Caesar,
said that
कौन
once
सा
King
था
Deshret returns to our side,
PS4 का कौन सा
it's
था?
only a matter of time
हाँ,
before we conquer the land on the other side of the
nice
wall.
हुआ by the way।
They're all willing to
वो तो
serve
है।
under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
चाहिए क्या?
Is that so?
चाहिए तो बोला ना कूद जाओ।
Seems like he still wants to know more.
बस नीचे देख लेना, नीचे बस गटर होना चाहिए, ठीक है? अगर गटर नहीं है तो जिधर पे गटर है उधर जाओ, फिर
I
कूद
told
जाओ।
myself it was just the
Bro,
drink
गुनाह
talking.
bro।
But then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here
Okay,
really like
उसमें से
King
अगर तुम्हें कोई
Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
PS4 Slim था, कुछ ऑफर में लिया था, वो 2017-18 में था। अच्छा
Where is this radical person you talked about?
हाँ हाँ मैं
I
समझ
haven't run
गया।
into him over the past few days, so he probably
उसमें से तुम
hasn't been
कौन सा
around the
चूज करना
village.
चाहोगे?
What about
जो
you,
मैंने
man?
पोल डाला है?
Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact
बट उधर पे
anybody.
स्पाइडरमैन 2 नहीं है,
Don't
उधर
do
पे
anything
स्पाइडरमैन माइल्स मोराल्स
until
है
I've gotten to the bottom of this.
या फिर गॉड ऑफ वॉर।
Try something
सबका
foolish.
ग्राफिक्स कॉपी है। ग्राफिक्स की
And
बात
even
छोड़ो,
Candace won't
मैंने
be
बोला
able
तो
to
उसमें से तुमने
protect you.
कौन सा चूज करोगे?
Yes.
So,
Yes, got
एक
it.
ही
We'll
सिर्फ
do
एक
just
ही
as
तुम
you said.
सिंगल चूज कर सकते हो। बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट।
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I am not one.
He didn't try to reassure us at all.
So
It's like he's
कोई भी
used
एक
to
सिंगल
hearing
चूज करो.
Oh, Paimon, that's lots of
God
people
of
have
War,
told him that before.
Horizon Zero Dawn, नहीं तो स्पाइडरमैन माइल्स मॉरल्स, उसके बाद शैडो ऑफ द टॉम राइडर. All the more reasonable.
I heard that.
Sorry.
अरे वही स्पाइडरमैन 2 है, वो स्पाइडर 1 के बाद का कंटिन्यूएशन है माइल्स मॉरल्स. सच्ची में नहीं, स्पाइडरमैन 2 आया है PS5 पे. क्या तुम मुझे बोल रहे हो? स्पाइडरमैन 2 PS5 पे देखो, स्पाइडरमैन 2 आया है. वो जो पहले वाला जो जब स्पाइडरमैन आया था ना, उसके बाद स्पाइडरमैन 2 आया है PS5 पे. बट स्पाइडरमैन माइल्स मॉरल्स दूसरा है.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
मैंने चेक किया है, गलत नहीं.
Very well.
Isaac!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
स्पाइडरमैन माइल्स मॉरल्स और स्पाइडरमैन 1 और 2 सेम यूनिवर्स का है. स्पाइडरमैन 2 में है माइल्स मॉरल्स. अच्छा, एल्डन रिंग और डार्क सोल जैसा कुछ नहीं खेला तो फिर खेलो. देखो, अगर मुझे कोई सोल गेम खेलना है ना फ्यूचर में, तो फिर मैं सबसे पहले मैं सकीरो खेलना पसंद करूंगा.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone.
एल्डन रिंग के
Sometimes
लिए
he
मेरा
stares at the
पीसी
sky in a
मरेगा.
daze, and other times he
अच्छा.
just pokes at the ground with his fingers.
और
Every now and
पैसा
then,
भी नहीं है.
He yells out at the top of his lungs.
कितना प्राइस
so
कितना है
a
एल्डन रिंग
lot
का?
of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
सकीरो 2 तो कंप्लीट कर दी. अच्छा, 2K से 5K तक होगा क्या? 2K से 5K तक होगा. सकीरो
This
कितना
is
का
where
है?
Grandpa usually stays.
सीजा, तुमने सबनोटिका का
Sure
दोनों
isn't much here.
गेम खेला है क्या? सबनोटिका एंड सबनोटिका बिलो जीरो.
No.
एल्डन रिंग भी कंप्लीट कर दी, बस एक साइड वॉल बाकी है.
Please don't
अच्छी
say
बात है.
it's the same one as before.
इट्स डेफिनेटली दैट
But
वन.
are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
बट तुम्हें तो पता है ना,
Traveler here once
तुम्हारे हिसाब
passed
से
out from that smell.
तुम्हें वो गेम अच्छा
Thankfully,
लगता है या
Canary
नहीं?
saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
भाई एल्डन रिंग का
Yes.
मैंने शॉर्ट्स में देखा है क्या.
Now that I
It was
concentrate.
quite के टाइम.
I can also make out the scent of incense.
गलाती.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't
एल्डन
lecture
रिंग
you
का
too.
मुझे वो मिलेनिया का
No need.
मुझे वो वाला बॉस मुझे ज़्यादा बैडस लगता है इसका, एल्डन रिंग का. फुल एकदम मेन कैरेक्टर वाला फील है. अच्छा, आई कैन हैंडल दिस.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
अरे हाँ, तुमने उसका वीडियो देखा है क्या? लेट मी सोलो हर. उसने लिटरली मिलेनिया को डिफीट किया विदाउट टेकिंग एनी सिंगल हिट. क्या मजाक कर रहे हो? उसको लिटरली उसके वजह से पता है उसके लिए लिटरली गाना भी बना है, उसके बाद कॉमिक भी बना है उसके ऊपर। एंड कोई मतलब डुअल हैंडेड स्वॉर्ड यूज करता है, कोई आर्मर वगैरह कुछ यूज नहीं करता वो। एल्डन रिंग से ज्यादा सेकिरो में ज्यादा मेन कैरेक्टर जैसी फीलिंग आती है।
Here it is.
बट हाँ, मैं बोला ना, अगर मुझे कोई भी अगर सोल गेम खेलना है ना, तो फिर मैं सेकिरो को सबसे पहले खेलना पसंद करूंगा।
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village.
हाँ, ऐसे तुम बोल रहे ना, तुमने एल्डन रिंग तुमने खत्म कर दिया ऑलमोस्ट। मिलेनिया तुम्हारे लिए कैसा टफ रहा?
The footprints head in that direction.
Okay. Bye-bye.
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back.
Let's head to Aru village and inform.
Okay.
Melusines are beautiful
Tu chup kar be.
creatures.
हाँ. हेलो सरकर भाई, मैं बढ़िया हूँ, तुम कैसे हो बताओ?
Shine down! Clouds high. The birds call! The wind knows me.
Okay.
There is no escape! One with nature. Everybody stand back!
Huh? Why do they never miss?
Shine down!
अबे क्या हो रहा है ये?
Wind strider. Busted. Into the wind. Time to go. Follow the wind. No escape! One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. Torn to oblivion!
Thank you for Add Ast.
Time to go.
Which is more valuable? Unlimited mora or unlimited time?
Follow the wind. Time to go.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine.
Time to go. Time to go.
Looks like we're running out of time to research.
Okay.
Time to go.
Yeah!
The wind knows me. Time to go. Time to go.
Wind strike. Time to go. Follow the wind. Time to go. Time to go.
Gotcha!
says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Wind Strider!
Busted!
हेलो ड्रेबिल भाई
Time to go.
हाँ पता है मैप एक्सप्लोरेशन बोरिंग है बट वही थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लोर कर रहा हूँ टाइम पास के लिए वैसे तो ये वाला एरिया मेरा वन ऑफ द मतलब क्या ही बताओ सबसे घटिया एरिया है ये वाला जितना घटिया ये एरिया है उतना घटिया इधर का स्टोरी भी था गटर में और क्या अच्छा ही होगा
This realm is true.
Hello, I'm back. Welcome back to the welcome.
If you ever have it,
ग्राफिक्स में इंक्रीज नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि मेरा मोबाइल हैंडल नहीं कर पाता है कभी कभार। पहले ठीक था, पता नहीं क्यों पहले मैं हाई पे खेलता था, पता है। वही होता है जब तुम्हारा फोन थोड़ा सा पुराना हो जाता है ना। अबे क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं ये? अबे क्या कर रहा हूँ ये मैं? मुझे टी पॉट से बाहर निकलना था, मैं लिटरली गेम से बाहर आ गया। अभी लिटरली गेम बहुत गंदा लैग मारता है, और ऊपर से गेम का साइज भी तो देखो ना यार। 732G का प्रोसेसर है और कितना हैंडल करेगा वो भी बेचारा। वो भी बोल रहा है कि बस कर बेटे। मैं भी लिटरली वैम्पायर की तरह उसका खून चूस रहा हूँ मेरे फोन का। ओके चलो बाहर आ गया। पहले तो मैं इस पे खेलता था एटलीस्ट। अबे मीडियम पे नहीं तो हाई पे खेलता था पहले मैं, बट अभी मैंने वो शैडो भी बंद कर दिया। बहुत गंदा लैग मारता है। Bro, how do you get a redeem code mail? वो मैं कर रहा था, किसी ने पोस्ट किया था, बट उधर से घंटा कुछ नहीं मिला। तो मेरा मूड खराब हो गया।
Surely enough to convince anyone to become.
अरे हाँ, वो ये इवेंट मैप एक्सप्लोरिंग इज रियली बोरिंग। मैं एग्री करता हूँ तुमसे कि मैप एक्सप्लोरिंग बहुत ज़्यादा। कुछ तो मिला होगा, नहीं कुछ नहीं मिला होगा, क्योंकि वो कोड मैं ऑलरेडी रिडीम कर चुका हूँ। ट्रैवलर यू ऑलरेडी यूज दिस रिडीम्शन कोड। ये फॉर्चून सीरीज में कहाँ पे यूज करूँ यार? अरे हाँ, मुझे बीपी के मैक्स करना है। हाँ 20 डेज। कुछ चेस्ट देता है कुछ नहीं देता, बट मॉन्स्टर का कॉमन चेस्ट तो बिल्कुल नहीं देता। बट ये मुझे खाने के उससे मिला था, मैंने खाना खरीदा था उधर से, मुझे वो फॉर्च्यून स्लिप मिला था। एंड वो भी फाउंटेन से मिला था मुझे वो। ओके मैं चिकन बना नहीं सकता। ओके सर किसी से बना सकता हूँ। सेम इन लिवर। अच्छा मुझे लिवर का ठीक से याद नहीं है। मैंने ये वाला फूड मैंने 1200 मैंने बना के रखा है एंड 800 प्लस है। देख रहे हो कितना सारा हीलिंग फूड मैंने बना के रखा है। मुझे कभी भी हीलिंग का कमी नहीं पड़ेगा, बट मुझे इसका कमी पड़ेगा, ऑमलेट का कमी पड़ेगा। रुको मैं ऑमलेट बनाता हूँ कुछ। अबे बेनी तू क्या कर रहा है बे? ओके और कितना दिन है बैनर? एक हफ्ता। एक हफ्ते में कितना पूल इकट्ठा होगा यार?
Today's recommendation is the steak. Which should I choose?
अरे हाँ मुझे इवेंट करना है। पता नहीं क्यों उधर से क्या दिक्कत होता है। ये रहा। फाउंटेन मैप फुली एक्सप्लोर। अच्छा अच्छी बात है यार। अबे वो क्या आया था नोटिफिकेशन यार? इसका कंट्रोल यार थोड़ा सा उल्टा सीधा काम करता है यार। कितना 191%। इधर क्लीन करो। इधर बाकी रह गया है। हेलो डेट्स नॉट। overviewer run away because Arpan doesn't like plant joystick. अच्छा मैंने फाउंटेन एक्सप्लोर किया है, बट मेरा एक्सप्लोरेशन इसका भी बाकी है, सुमेरो का भी थोड़ा बहुत बाकी है। मैंने उसे इमरजेंसी के लिए रखा है कि कभी इमरजेंसी मुझे प्रीमोजेम्स की ज़रूरत पड़ा तो मैं उस टाइम पे उधर का मैं एक्सप्लोरेशन करके मैं वो ले लूँगा। और मैं इंटरेक्टिव मैप देख के एक्सप्लोर करता हूँ तो उससे मुझे कुछ खास दिक्कत नहीं होता है। मैं कभी भी मैं एक्सप्लोर कर सकता हूँ। फ्लड नेशन वो मेरा फेवरेट नेशन है, पता है तुम जिसकी बात करना, मैंने बहुत इंजॉय किया था। कब तक घूम लोड हो गए? हेलो, सर्वर सो गया क्या मेरा? आई डिडंट टीपी कर दी बटर। अच्छा अर्पण भाई, सनी नहीं आया क्या? सनी गटर में गया है सीजर के साथ, दोनों गटर में सो रहा है। कनेक्शन फेल्ड? क्या मजाक कर रहे हो यार, क्या हो रहा है? वो 2 दिन से स्ट्रीम पे भी नहीं आया, डिस्कॉर्ड का मैसेज का भी रिप्लाई नहीं दिया, पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है। हो सकता है कुछ काम एग्जाम फिर से आ गया होगा उसका कुछ। हाँ, पिछवाड़ा में शॉर्ट डाल के और तुम्हें हेल्प करेगा, डोंट वरी। विजय अपना शॉर्ट निकालो, उसे हेल्प करो जरा। पता नहीं क्या हो रहा था, इंटरनेट प्रॉब्लम या फिर क्या प्रॉब्लम। स्ट्रीम वगैरह तो सब कुछ तो सही चल रहा है। ओके, मेल चेक करो। आई वांट टू बी। क्यों, बोबा के अंदर रहना है क्या? हाँ, इतना बुबा बुबा कर रहे हो, 2-3 शादी कर लो ना, बहुत सारा बुबा मिल जाएगा। कौन सा शॉट भाई? राइडन का और समथिंग। देखो तुम कौन सा शॉट निकाल सकते हो। जो शॉट तुम्हें अच्छा लगता है वो निकालो। अभी मुझे नहीं पता कि तुम कौन सा निकालोगे। थैंक यू फॉर HP।
There are leaves around.
ओके, मेरे लिए जेंशिन में अब कुछ नहीं बचा। मैंने सब कुछ ख़त्म कर दिया यार, सब कुछ मतलब सब कुछ ख़त्म कर दिया। वही यही होता है, पता है, जब तुम एंड गेम में पहुंच जाते हो ना, लिटरली तुम्हारे पास करने के लिए कुछ नहीं रहता।
And I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
हाँ, मैं निकालूंगा सॉफ्ट जस्ट। अच्छा, निकालो निकालो, बोला ना 3-4 शादी कर लो, उसके बाद तुम 3-4 स्वॉर्ड निकाल सकते हो उधर से।
I carry memories of my
भाई
home.
के पास 45 मिलियन मोरा
This
है
blade.
और
It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
हाँ करूँगा। मेरे पास, तुम्हारे पास कितना है विजय? तुम मुझे 120 मिलियन मोरा की बात कर रहे हो, तुम्हारे पास कितना है? हाँ, मैं जेनशिन से थोड़ा सा बोर हो गया, बट मैं जैसे तैसे करके मैं नेक्स्ट 4.4 का अपडेट आने का वेट कर रहा हूँ। उसके बाद नहीं, वो घटिया है। उसके बाद जब 4.4 आएगा, उसके बाद आई थिंक मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा कुछ कंटेंट होगा, एंड उसके बाद मैं दूसरे गेम पे शिफ्ट होने वाला हूँ। मैं बहुत टाइम से बोल रहा हूँ कि मैं बस इस मंथ का मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ, इस मंथ का एंड होने का मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ कि कब होगा ये महीना।
There are leaves
4.4 में
around,
बहुत कंटेंट आएगा।
and I know just the
हाँ, वो
tune
तो
to
पता
accompany
है,
them,
बट
if you wish to hear it.
4.4 के लिए बस मैं एक चीज़ के लिए मैं आई थिंक मैं स्ट्रीम करने वाला हूँ, एंड वो है पूल वगैरह करने के लिए। दूसरे चीज़ आई डोंट नो कि मैं दूसरे कुछ चीज़ों के लिए मैं स्ट्रीम करने वाला हूँ या फिर नहीं, क्योंकि 4.4 आने के बाद वही स्ट्रीम करने के बाद मैं बोला ना मैं दूसरे गेम पे शिफ्ट होने वाला हूँ। उसके बाद मैं ज़्यादा गेंशिन नहीं खेलने वाला, एंड नया मैप मेरा कोई एक्सप्लोर करने का कुछ खास मन नहीं है। सो डू आई जॉइन योर वर्ल्ड फॉर सम सॉन्ग्स? सॉरी ब्रो, अगर तुम थोड़ा पहले बोलते तो मैं वो करता, क्योंकि मैं अभी जाने वाला हूँ, मुझे वैसे थोड़ा सा काम आ गया है। क्योंकि मैं अगर कुछ करने के लिए बचा नहीं है ना, तो मुझे वो अच्छा नहीं लगता इधर उधर घूमने फिरने का। नहीं, देखो मेरा शादी नहीं हुआ है, मेरे पास बीवी वगैरह नहीं है, तो हॉर्नी फील करवाने का बिल्कुल भी ट्राई मत करो।
Emotional damage.
वो तो क्या नहीं हो रहा है, मैं जाने वाला हूँ वैसे भी। ओके, 2 घंटा हो गया। 2 घंटे से मैं घंटा स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ। नो बेबी नो शादी, इमोशनल जस्ट प्रो टाइम। ओके देन, जाओ जाके सो जाओ, और ज़्यादा हॉर्नी फील मत होना, ठीक है? खुद हो रहे हो तो ठीक है, किसी और को साथ में हॉर्नी फील मत करो। ओके, गुड नाइट। हाँ, कुछ भी करो, डोंट वरी, जो तुम्हें अच्छा लगे वो करो, लाइफ है फन के लिए।